Hi everybody, my name is Jessica and this is my channel Plant Hooker. Today I'm bringing out one of my, I've only had this guy since February, but he's grown so much and I'm absolutely in love with him. This is my Hoya Carnosa Silver Splash. Look at how big and viney this guy is. Yeah. And silver splash because of the gray splashes on his leaves. Forgive the barking Angus outside. I'm dog sitting another dog, and Arlo is about 13 years old and all he does is and you would have heard that the whole time the video was going, so I figured, oh, I'll put them outside. And it's like, oh, come on, let's go, guys. And Angus thought meant like, let's go into battle. So now he's outside barking his head off, so excuse the barky dog. So again, I've had this guy since February, and when I first got him, he was maybe no vines. There was no vines on him at all. It was like just these leaves here. And he was in a 3-inch pot. And then I upgraded him to a 4 because his roots were coming out the bottom when I got him. That was February. And then in August, his roots started coming out the bottom again. And so I up-potted him to a 5. And while I was cleaning him today, I noticed that his roots are starting to come out again. And so I'll have to wait until February to put him in a bigger pot. I'll up him to a 6. But yeah, so Hoya Carnosa, Carnosa Silver Splash, another name is wax plant. Now these guys are a flowering species. Now, regular carnosas come from like Eastern Asia and like Australia, but I'm not sure because I went looking and I couldn't find if the silver splash was actually one that was found in the wild or if this was one that had been bred in captivity. And I couldn't find anything saying about the silver splash. Only where to buy them. Now I purchased him from our local flower shop, L'Atelier Brio. Gorgeous shop. The majority of my plants I'm getting nowadays are coming from there. Now I watered this guy between 15 to 25, 26 days, depending on the temperature in the house, the weather, and how much sun he's getting. Because I have him in a north-facing window, like that plant hanger, the empty one, if you can see right there. That's normally where he hangs. And he seems to really enjoy that window. Because they do like part sun, part shade. But when to know when to water him. When the moisture meter reaches a level 3, because they are low demand, like they like to dry up. So I'd say moisture meter level 3 or less, and that's when you know you need to water him. Oh, this leaf here is really nice. I think I may have already shown him. Probably. It's not showing up, like the camera is showing him as more green than what he is, I think. Oh yes, it's because of the backlight. Yeah. So, and I do fertilize him too. Like I use, of course, the all-purpose Schultz. I have been thinking about investing in the flowering plant food just to see if I can get this guy to flower. But from what I've learned, supposedly if you keep them root bound and like give them like the proper lighting and all the proper conditions, that they will flower. But I don't know if Mine has never flowered. The flowers are supposed to be very fragrant. And when I went looking to see if the Carnosa had a specific coloring to its flowers, all it said was pink or white. Or it could be a combination of both colors. I'm not sure if the Silver Splash will have the same colored flowers as the regular Carnosa. Is a high humidity plant. I'll spray him, or I'll mist him, spray. I'll mist him about every 3 days, and I leave it at that year round. He seems to be happy with that. Didn't seem to mind the wood stove. But the wood stove, when I first got him, the wood stove only ran for maybe another month. And he seemed to adjust to it fine. Then he adjusted to it fine as of late for what it seems to be doing. Well, that's a nice leaf. But yeah. And you will need to clean these leaves, like for him to be able to absorb the proper amount of photosynthesis. And I'll clean him every 3 months. Sometimes I might do more. That's if I find like thrisp on him. I had a leaf here that had quite a bit of thriss damage on him, because I had them go through the house this summer. Oh, this guy right here. I don't know if I cover my face, will the camera focus? Will I have to get closer? It doesn't seem to want to focus, but there's thriss damage there. Ideal temperatures for these guys are between 18 and 24 degrees Celsius, and he prefers a hardiness zone 11A. Now, because here in Cape Breton, I'm in a 5A or /B, depending on which part of Cape Breton you're on, he cannot go outside, period. Cannot enjoy our summers, springs, falls, and winter is, of course, a big no-no. Cannot go outside here, period. I think the only place I know of, because I've seen another YouTuber, Wild Fern, do it, BC. Over in BC, some Hoyas can handle going outside for July and August there. Now, when it comes to soil, the best soils are, of course, the tropical soil, and surprisingly, all-purpose with extra drainage. So, mine has, I'm trying to see if I can't really see amongst the leaves, but he is in currently all-purpose with extra drainage. I do have a bag of tropical soil that I'll use come February for him, unless of course another plant needs to be potted before then. And the tropical is the best soil. But they are sensitive to drafts. They don't like drafts. When I first got him, I kind of think it might have been more or less the heat from the wood stove that kind of made him droop a little bit. But the window that he was in, it was also a bit of a drafty window as well. And he didn't like that. And I thought I was going to lose him, but then he came back. He came back, oh, I'll live another little bit for you. But here we are, beginning of November. And he seems to be doing fine. He's growing good. They are a vining plant. Like, they do like to climb. He doesn't like to hang down, I find. Like, so that's why with the type of plant hanger that I have, he'll actually climb up the rope, and that's why this vine here is like a hoopy like, because he kind of goes around like snake-like. Yeah. And I have seen like where I've watered them and I fix the vine, like if he's like trying to go into the ceiling through the hole for the hook, I'll pull him out and like I'll adjust him, and I swear I've seen this thing just move back and forth like this, trying to search where to go, and it was a tad bit on the freaky side. I tried videotaping it, but every time I turned the camera on, it would stop moving. Then I turn the camera off, it would start moving again. It's like, okay, somebody's camera shy. When it comes to pests, they can be plagued by thrisp because he's currently going through it, or he might be over it. When I was cleaning him yesterday, I didn't see any thrisp on him. And they can also be plagued with mealybugs, spider mites, and scale. I've never dealt with those three on him, just the thrisp. But the funny thing is, when I went looking to see what kind of pests they deal with, thrisp wasn't on the list, which I found surprising. But I know. I just clean them with some rubbing alcohol, and I spray my homemade insecticidal mix, and everything seems to be fine. We're all good. Now, other common issues other than the pest is, of course, yellowing leaves, and that is a sign of overwatering. Another one is brown spots, and that can be caused by a fungal infection or fungal disease that's due to overwatering. And as I had mentioned before, during this spring and summer when I'm working, I tend to overwater my plants because I'm not paying attention. It's just water, go. I think this, yeah. So see those brown spots? Yeah, that's another sign of overwatering. That was a fungal disease. I had to clean this guy with rubbing alcohol, and it stopped it from getting worse. I don't think those brown spots are going to go away until the plant rejects the leaf. Now, when it comes to black spots, now I thought I had seen black spots here as well, unless I had confused them with thrisp. I don't think, no, this might be it. Where's that thrisp? No, this might be it. I'm trying to see if it'll pick it up on the camera. No, it's not going to pick it up. Maybe if I put the plant down, I put my hand behind it, it might, so then the light, there. That spot, no, don't chew on that, Celine. That, no, don't chew on my plant. That spot right there, right where my fingertip is, that's a black spot. That is caused by, that is a type of edema, which means, is another sign of overwatering. Now, what edema is, it's a disorder in plants where the roots take up too much water into the leaves, and the leaves can't breathe out the water, or like sweat it out or transpire. Those things. And so what happens is, when that happens, the cells, oh, here's another guy that's a good example, because he's kind of wonky. That's another sign of edema. So what happens is the cells in the plant will get too much water in them and they'll rupture. So you'll get like noticeably like wonky leaves. You can't see it on the top, you can only see it on the bottom part of the leaf where those black spots are. So I've never heard of edema before, only since having him. So I do know it's common in the silver splash. I'm not sure if it's common in the regular Carnosa or other Hoyas. I just know mine has it. So, and if those incidents happen, then what it means is you are overwatering your plant. when it comes to underwatering, the only time you'll know that you're underwatering your plant is it'll droop and these leaves will become squishy. Like this is nice firm leaf, you'll be able to bend it. Yeah, no. Would I recommend this for first time plant owners? Yes, absolutely. I've had zero issues, like zero, like normal. Everything's been normal, like the pest and whatnot. This guy is very easy to propagate. I've done it a couple of times. I've given a clipping to my coworker as a wedding present, and to another acquaintance of mine, and it's been no problems, no issues with propagating him. They propagate very well. So yeah, definitely a great plant for first-time plant owners if you can handle the vining. Well, actually, it might actually be a good thing, because then if they grow this fast, it gives new plant owners a confidence boost. You know, because it's like, oh, I'm doing great, I'm doing good, look how great my plant is. And because how many plants died this past week? I lost, I think, 3 plants this week. My parlor palm passed away because the thrists were just ungodly to it, and it's so hard trying to get them to come back after that. And because it was my 5th one, I did promise the boys no more parlor palms. My mini rose passed away too, because I dropped it, and the next day completely bleh. I was like, oh, I killed you. And I kind of checked them, and then I realized, oh, you have to winterize them, so I may not have killed it, but I did kill it when I put it in the compost bucket outside. What was the 3rd one? Oh yeah, my silver Chandra passed away. I think there's another one too I killed. No, I think that's it. That's all the plants I murdered this week. Yeah. But if you have any questions, shoot me a message and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, you can give me a thumbs down. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Oh, and the pot, it's just a regular plain ceramic pot. And I think I got this at my local co-op. I think, yeah. So when you have your Hoya in ceramic, the 15 to 26 days, plastic can go longer. I think metal is the same as ceramic, but terracotta you'd have to water more often. So where was I? Oh yes. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But if you really like the video, subscribe. And as always, live long, plant on.